Welcome to the today class. The principal operation of a transformers. Now in this class we are going to discuss about the what is the basic principal operation of a transformer. The main objective of this lecture is student can able to understand the operation of a transformer. Operation of a transformer. Now here first before going to see the operation of a transformer, let me see the construction of a transformer. See here, transformer is a static device which transfers the electrical power from one circuit to the another circuit without changing the frequency. Without changing the frequency. The basic principal operation of a transformer is static electromagnetic induction. Static electromagnetic induction. Now we are going to see the construction of a transformer. The transformer is consisting a magnetic core. This is the core of a transformer. It is laminated body. It is laminated body. It is laminated body. So on this transformer, see here, this is one winding. This is another winding. Another winding. This is the simple construction of a transformer. Transformer has a magnetic core. See, this is in this case this is the magnetic core. Magnetic core, which is laminated body to reduce the eddy current losses. Again, this body is made of with a silicon steel to reduce the hysteresis losses. So overall, to reduce the iron losses in a core, it is made of the silicon steel. The body is laminated body. Here one coil is there. Here one more coil is there. Now we are going to see how this transformer is transferring a power from the one circuit to the another circuit. So already we define the transformer. It is a static device, nothing but there is no rotating part in the transformer. It is a static device which transfers the electrical power from one circuit to the electrical energy from one circuit to the another circuit without changing the frequency. That is the basic definition. Here, there is no connection. This is one electrical circuit. This is another electrical circuit. There is no electrical connection between these two circuits. But the electrical energy will be transferring from this circuit to that circuit without changing the frequency. That device is nothing but a transformer. See here, how it is going to transfer this electrical power means, suppose here, if we connect a sinusoidal voltage source, nothing but here, Vs, this we can write it as mathematically, Vs equal to Vm sin omega t. Nothing but we are giving electrical energy to the one circuit. So this circuit is nothing but a primary winding. Now how do you see here we are defining the primary winding. The primary winding is a one at which we are giving electrical energy to the transformer. transformer. So whenever we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source across the primary winding, the flux will be creating from the flux will be creating from the primary winding that is linking with the secondary winding. There is a rate of change of flux linkage at the secondary winding. The voltage will be induced in the secondary winding. This voltage, suppose here, if we connect a load, if we connect a load, if you close this switch, nothing but we connected load across the secondary winding, this winding. Now it is giving a electrical power to the load. Electrical power to the load. Nothing but this winding is nothing but this electrical circuit is nothing but a secondary winding. Secondary winding. Secondary winding is nothing but it is electrical circuit from which we are taking a electrical power or energy to the load. This secondary winding is placed in the transformer only. It is placed in the transformer. The transformer is nothing but as per the construction of the transformer, it is consisting of two electrical circuits which are coupled magnetically. The magnetic coupling is given by this magnetic core. This is magnetic core. Already we have written here. This is magnetic core. These two coils are connected by the magnetic material, nothing but a magnetic circuit. But there is no electrical connection is there. There is no electrical connection. Here we are giving a power, some other circuit, we are taking a power and given to the load. This winding is nothing but a secondary winding, whereas this winding is nothing but a primary winding. See here, this is the magnetic core. Magnetic core. The same thing what we have seen previously. This is the magnetic core. This is the magnetic core. This is the magnetic core. This is the primary winding. Primary winding means where we have to give the electrical power to the transformer. If we connect a voltage source here, now this winding becomes a primary winding. Whenever we are connecting a voltage source here, the flux will be creating. This is the magnetic flux that is linking with the secondary winding. The voltage will be induced in the secondary winding. If we connect a load across these two terminals, nothing but this winding is giving a power to the load. This winding is nothing but a secondary winding. This is the secondary winding. Nothing but this one. See here, secondary winding. This winding is nothing but a primary winding. This is the magnetic core. This is the magnetic core. This magnetic core is made up of with a laminations. Laminations. So one more important point is the material used to manufacture this magnetic core is silicon steel. Silicon steel. So whenever we are using a silicon steel and it is a laminated body, nothing but we are trying to reduce the iron losses which are occurs in that magnetic material. The basic principle of operation of transformer is on the static electromagnetic induction. There is no rotating part in the circuit. The transformer static. There is no rotating part. That's why we are calling it a static. Magnetic induction. Magnetic induction is nothing but we are giving a current to the one coil. The voltage will be induced in another coil. The voltage will be induced in another coil, but there is no electrical connection. But both are linked with a magnetic flux. The type of induction is nothing but electromagnetic induction. It is a static device. Which transfers the electrical energy from one circuit to the another circuit without changing the frequency at same voltage level or different voltage level. The voltage level may be same or different. It consisting a laminated magnetic core. It is made up of the silicon steel to reduce the iron losses. It has a two two windings. One winding is primary winding where we are giving electrical energy to the transformer. That is nothing but a primary winding. The secondary winding is see here, the winding where the electrical energy is extracted from the transformer is known as a secondary winding. The windings are made of with a copper. Generally, we are using the copper as a material to manufacture the winding. This is copper, the material. Generally, we are using copper only. Right? Next, we are going to see the basic classification of transformer. So, whether the transformer we are using on a single phase supply or three phase supply, based upon that, the transformers are classified into two types. One is single phase transformer, second one is the three phase transformers. The transformers are classified into the single phase transformer, the second one is the three phase transformer. The single phase transformer means it is the electrical device which is operating on a single phase supply, So whereas three phase transformer, the transformer is operating on a three phase supply. Nothing but we are giving electrical input to the transformer from the three phase supply. Again we are taking the three phase supply from the three phase power from the transformer that is given to the load. Next, single phase transformer, again depending upon the core, there are two types of constructions are there. One is core type transformer, the second one is shell type transformer. The same manner in a three phase transformer also, two more classifications are there depending upon the core type transformer and shell type transformer. See here, core is nothing but it is a magnetic material. Already we have seen that one. Core type transformer. See, if you see this circuit diagram, this is the core type transformer. Core type transformer nothing but see here. This is the core. Core of a transformer, nothing but a magnetic circuit. On this magnetic circuit, here we are keeping one winding. Here we are keeping the one more winding. Nothing but these two are the limbs. This is limb 1, this is limb 2. If we observe the circuit, the winding is surrounded the core. In the same manner here, single phase also. This type of construction of the core of a transformer is nothing but a core type transformer. This is the single phase core type transformer. This is the three phase core type transformer. See, in this case, the winding is surrounding the core. That's why we are calling as a core type transformer. In this construction, winding surrounds the core. The second construction is the shell type transformer. In this case, the core is shell type. See here. This is the outer periphery of the core. This is one window. This is another window. Nothing but here there is no, it is simply space only. There is no material is there here. This is one window, this is another window. This is core. If you see in 3 dimension, this is the core. It is a laminated body. But in this case, the primary winding, nothing but this is primary winding, this is the secondary winding. Both windings are placed only in the middle limb only. In the case of a single phase shell type transformer. See, if you see this is the core, this is the magnetic circuit. This is the magnetic circuit. But the winding is placed on the middle limb of the core. But in this case, the core is surrounded the winding. The core is surrounded the winding. That's why we are calling it a shell type transformer. Shell type transformer. So depending upon the construction of the core in the transformer, only we are classified as a core type as well as a shell type. So this is the circuit diagram. This is the magnetic material or magnetic circuit. Simply say it is a magnetic core, magnetic core. Again, it is in single phase. This is circuit diagram for the. This is the shell type transformer in case of a 3-phase transformer. But here, see here, 3 windows are there. See, this is the winding. This is the winding. Nothing but coil. 1 coil, 2nd coil, and 3rd coil. Nothing but a 3-phase transformer. 3 circuits are there in a primary winding as well as a 3 circuits on a secondary winding. That we will see later. See here, in case of a single phase shell type transformer, this is the middle limb. On the middle limb, this is the winding. This is the winding. This winding is consisting of both primary winding as well as the secondary winding. There is no electrical connection between the primary winding and the secondary winding. Primary winding and secondary. There is no electrical connection. Both are coupled by only the magnetically only. Both are coupled by the magnetically. In this construction, the winding is surrounded by the core. Winding is surrounded by the core. Now, how we are going to select a transformer for a given load condition? So, whether we can go for the core type transformer or the shell type transformer, that is depending upon the different parameter, not only the single parameter, it is a different parameter, it will be decided. The one is voltage rating, the second one is the kVA rating, and see here, voltage rating, and third one is kVA rating, and weight of the transformer, and insulation stress. So when the current is flowing through the conductor, there is some amount of stress will be developed in every conductor. Every conductor is coated with some amount of insulation because every conductor is insulated. There is no electrical connection between the any 2 conductors in a winding. Definitely we should provide some amount of insulation to the conductor. So insulation stress also. See, and one mechanical stress and heat, mechanical stress and heat distribution also. Heat distribution. In case of a core type transformer, the heat distribution is poor, whereas the shell type transformer, the heat distribution will be effective. So all these parameters are deciding whether we can go for the core type transformer or the shell type transformer. Now we are going to see the principal operation of a transformer. How exactly the transformer is transferring a power from the one circuit to the another circuit. Now to explain the principal operation, here we have taken the core type transformer. This is the magnetic circuit. On the magnetic circuit, this is one winding, nothing but one coil. This is another winding, another coil. It has a N1 number of turns. It has a N2 number of turns. Now here, for this circuit, the coil or circuit, both are same. Here, we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source. So whenever we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source, whenever we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source to the circuit, this is nothing but the circuit. Now it is named it as a primary winding. Primary winding. So why it is called the primary winding means we are giving electrical power to the circuit in a transformer. This is whole thing is transformer. Whole thing is transformer. So here this circuit is nothing but a primary winding or primary coil. Now here, whenever we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source, that we are representing mathematically. See here we are representing Vs equal to Vm sin omega t. So whenever we are connecting a sinusoidal voltage source to the primary winding, it is taking some amount of current. That current you take it as a no load current I0. So why it is no load means here you take one switch and connect a load here. Nothing but the switch is open. The switch is open circuit. So whenever the primary winding is taking a current from the supply, there is a flux will be creating from the primary winding. The flux will be creating from the primary winding. The flux creating from the primary winding pi equal to MMF created at a primary winding, MMF divided by the reluctance. Reluctance to the magnetic flux. Reluctance to the magnetic. So now this MMF at a primary winding. This is the flux which is creating from the primary winding. Now the MMF at primary winding equal to, this is equal to mathematically number of turns into current flowing through the primary winding. That we have taken as a I0. That we have taken as a I0. So whenever the current is flowing, MMF is created from the primary winding, the magnetic circuit has some amount of reluctance. Because once the design of transformer is over, the length and cross-section area, everything is materially same. So the reluctance of the magnetic circuit is same. Nothing but a constant. That value is constant. See in the denominator, it is a constant. It is a constant. Now try to observe here. Here we are giving a sinusoidal voltage source. Nothing but if you draw the waveform for the sinusoidal voltage source, what is the voltage we are given to the primary winding? This is sinusoidal voltage waveform. Sinusoidal voltage waveform. The current drawn by the primary winding also the sinusoidal. See that way I can draw it as a, see here, this is the current waveform. This is the voltage waveform. This is the current waveform. The magnitude will be different. That is depending on the different parameter that we will see later. See here, the current is sinusoidal. Current is sinusoidal. See here, in this, nothing but this is I0. Current taken by the primary winding also the sinusoidal. Nothing but the nature of I0 is sinusoidal. See here, N1 and this constant. N1 is nothing but number of turns in primary winding. That is also constant. The denominator parameter also the reluctance. That is also constant. Nothing but the waveform which is creating from the primary winding, that is also the sinusoidal. This flux, it is also the sinusoidal. Sinusoidal. Now if you draw the waveform for the flux here, see if we are drawing the flux waveform. In this manner, the flux is creating from the primary winding. Nothing but see here, from this point to this point, suppose if you take this is instant 0, this is T1, this is T2. In this manner, so many cycles of the flux will be creating from the primary winding. So many. So as long as we connected the voltage here, the cycles of flux will be creating from the primary winding. Now, what is the physical meaning of this positive flux and negative flux? That we are trying to see. The positive flux is nothing but the flux is flowing in this direction. This is the positive flux. In this direction, at t equal to 0, the magnitude of flux is 0. At this value, flux is maximum at this instant you can take it as a some t1, this instant you can take it as t2, this instant you can take it as t3, this instant you can take it as a t4. At an instant at t1, the same direction, the magnetic flux will be maximum. So if at t2 instant, the fluxes come to the 0. Again, between the T2 to T3, the direction of flux is negative. Nothing but now the flux will be flowing in a opposite direction. In this direction, the flux will be flow. The sinusoidal flux in the negative direction, now the flux will be increases. See here, the flux will be increases and reaches the maximum value and slowly come to the 0. In this direction, negative nothing but opposite to the previous one. Now this is negative in this direction. If the flux is flowing in the core in this direction, that is negative. In this direction, the flux will be increases and reaches the maximum, again slowly come to the 0. So whenever the sinusoidal flux is creating from the primary winding, that will be passes through the core, because so why it is passes through core means it is offering the low reluctance. It offers the reluctance. How much flux is creating from the primary winding? Almost all 99% of flux is flows through the magnetic core only. It does not go to the air. So because the magnetic material is offering a low reluctance when compared to the air. The flux is always try to pass only through the low reluctance path. So whatever the flux is creating here, sinusoidal flux, that is flowing through the magnetic core. The nature of this flux is the sinusoidal. There is a rate of change of flux linkage on the secondary winding as well as the primary winding, because the flux is changing with respect to the time. Even though these coils are physically stationary, but the flux in the core is changing with respect to the time. On the same core, this winding is placed. So there is a rate of change of flux linkage on a primary winding as well as a secondary winding. According to Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, there is a voltage induced in a secondary winding that you take it as a E2. The same manner, the voltage will be induced in a primary winding, that is E1. E1 is nothing but a self-induced voltage, so where the flux is created, in the same coil the voltage will be induced. That's why we are calling a self-induced voltage. E2 is nothing but a mutually induced voltage. The flux is creating from the coil 1, whereas the voltage is induced in a second coil. That's why we are calling this voltage as a mutually induced voltage. This is the self-induced voltage. This E1 is nothing but a self-induced voltage. Right? There is a mutually induced voltage in secondary winding and self-induced voltage in primary winding. See, if you close this switch, now this voltage will driving a current through the load in this manner. This is the basic principle operation of a transformer. See, at the primary winding, we are giving electrical power. From the secondary winding, we are taking the electrical power that is given to the load. Without any electrical connection. This is the basic principle operation. In detail, we will see later. This is basic principle operation. So this is the basic circuit. What you have seen here, you are giving the AC supply here. Whenever you are connecting AC supply, it is taking a current of phi naught. MMF is creating from the primary winding. The flux is created. The flux is flows through the core. That is linking with a. The nature of this flux is the sinusoidal. Nothing but a this waveform. sinusoidal nature. There is a rate of change of flux linkage on the secondary winding as well as the primary winding also. The voltage will be induced in the secondary winding is E2, whereas the voltage will be induced in the primary winding E1. This voltage is nothing but a self-induced voltage, whereas this voltage is nothing but a mutually induced voltage. Whenever you are closing the switch, this is switch. Whenever you are closing the switch, now the mutually induced voltage driving a current through the load. Nothing but a load is taking a power from the circuit. The circuit is taking a power from the primary winding, whereas the primary winding is taking power from the source. Primary winding is taking power from the source. See here, the important physical quantities are the E1 and E2. Nothing but a self-induced voltage in a primary winding and induced voltage in a secondary winding. Now we are going to derive the expression for these two voltages in a transformer.